Hello, good evening, all of you. Sir, Akshay sir, can we start?
Absolutely, sir. Am I audible? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
All right. Okay. Just let me share my screen.
Sir, may I introduce you?
Yeah, absolutely, sir.
Okay. Akshay Prasanna is a senior onboard consultant at Canteen based in Bangalore, India, where he has been working since 2018. He brings extensive experience in customer engagement and academic technology solutions. Prior to joining Canteen, he worked as customer engagement manager at EBSCO Information Services and as senior manager customer engagement at Zist, and also gained professional experience with Pearson. Akshay holds a bachelor's degree in electrical and electronics and communication engineering from Dayanand Sagar College of Engineering, Bangalore. His professional expertise include client onboarding, supporting academic institutions in adopting digital solutions, and fostering effective partnerships that promote the use of technologies for learning and research integrity. So now you can start,
Thank you
please.
so much for that introduction. So, good evening, everyone. Welcome to today's session. Uh, how the tools are going to help you to author, review manuscripts, proposals. So, my name is Akshay, as I said, has been introduced. So, I'm a customer success team manager. I'm taking care of South Asia. So, please feel free to jot down your questions if you have anything and put it in the chat box. I'm happy to pick up those questions at the end of the session, or if you want to come out of unmute or something, we will discuss about it and we can pick up all those questions. We're going to discuss different aspects, how authoring a document, or publishing an article or writing a thesis, how we as a Tornaton has been working in those manners to ensure integrity in global education, in an improving learning outcome way, in a meaningful way. We have been working in this mission for quite some time right now. So we are 25 years plus right now, and we have been shaping a lot of educators, a lot of teachers, lecturers, students to do their best of their best work in their original writing. That's what we've been working in across the thing. So the core value and the challenge of misconduct will always be there in any kind of research when it is guided probably very well in an explicit and implicit manner, and ensuring the ethical usage of uh, the support systems that we have around, it will be really good for us. So ICAI, what defines research integrity through six core values, basically: honesty, trust, fairness, respect, responsibility, and courage. So these are core values, but I think there are five core values in between that. The one among them that revolves around all of this is honesty. So if we have honesty, we can trust somebody, we can fairly attribute somebody, fairly respect something, their research, their work, their responsibility of giving some credit, and having that courage to tell that yes, I've taken this text from somebody, I've taken this research from somebody, I've carried forwarded this research from somebody. These kind of things has to be inculcated from childhood. Only then you will have an ethical behavior, and formal training I mean trainings like such in adulthood will really help you out. So there should be values, there should be norms as well. What are values? When a person considers something important in life, that is the value. So basically, what is the driving force behind it? What kind of commitment we have, what kind of integrity we have, all of this comes as a value. What comes as a norms are something that is not going to be accepted if you are having this kind of behavior, or this kind of reward, or this kind of society is not okay. All of this comes as a policy. Norms is basically nothing but policies. Like, I have a research work, I want to publish somewhere. What is the policy of that research work to be accepted? What is the acceptance for that? If I have to get into an university, what is the policy there? What is the norms that I should follow? All of this comes in picture, and we need to have that. Only then it will be a basic thing to understand everything. So plagiarism is something that comes across all means. Basically, when we learn day-to-day activities, how good are we? Are we trying to drive something on our own? Are we bringing some thoughts and ideas from somebody else? All of this comes into something called as plagiarism. According to Merriam-Webster Online Dictionary, plagiarize means you're stealing somebody's work, you're passing on somebody's work, you're using somebody's work without giving any credit to that source. I take some content from somebody, but I'm not giving proper citation, proper attribution. I'm leading to literacy theft, and to present somebody's new original idea derived from an existing source. All of this becomes plagiarism or plagiarize. So if you go to this source or merriam-webster.com, you should be able to understand more about plagiarism and things like that. So the evolution of all of this plagiarism started back in 1998 when even Turnitin was working on these kind of things. It is called as evolution of misconduct or academic misconduct. We are all academicians. What kind of research we do, what kind of methodologies that we follow, what kind of sophistication is required for academic misconduct. All of this has evolved year by year or certain period of time. In 1998, it usually started with copy paste. People used to start using computers. They used to do control C, control V, control C, control F, control V. Then collision started, cloning started, what you call as. People used to work together. The data loss used to be high. Research misconduct started, borrowing somebody else's research work, putting it in their name. Self plagiarism started, like I take my own content, give it to somebody else, or use my own content, publish in something else. This continued day by day, and then something called as contract cheating started. People indulged in paying somebody else to write their document. So that is called as contract cheating. So there are tools in Turnitin called as authorship investigate, which will help you to identify those kind of things. Back in 2020, we were able to identify plagiarism for code language as well. So reusing somebody else's programs, somebody else's like whatever codes that is being done without giving an attribution is a, I mean, not acceptable thing at all. So those things evolved, and today we are in the world of AI writing. So people use AI bots, text spinners for writing their research documents, which is not original writing. That is what we intend to say. So the trinity of research is basically the most commonly discussed forms of academic misconduct are known as FFP. So basically falsification, fabrication, and plagiarism. So, manipulating research materials, equipments, machineries, or process of doing it, changing or omitting the results, all of this is like falsification. I'm trying to falsify things there. When fabrication is fabrication of data, making up false data, not recording proper issues there, that is all fabricating. So you must have the research work was fabricated. So that is the terms that people will come off. This FFE is very very important. Plagiarism, I take content from somebody, I'm not giving proper citation to them, proper attribution to them, so the process and result is of somebody else. When I'm not giving appropriate credit to that other author, it will lead to plagiarism. So this is very very important to understand in research community. Academic research industry challenges are plenty today. Basically we go through in day to day activities, we all come from research. So basically it has come to that area where it is publish or perish. So the challenges that has been faced by academic research industry is way high comparatively. There is 4 to 6 million scientific articles produced every year. Publisher on more publishing is required, and it has to be globally accepted, globally arising also. So there is a fee for that also. They generate research articles in the client's name and see it through publication in an academic journal, written as a industry built content or industry built imperative expression there. So this is what publish or perish. You need to have that original writing, original research going on to perish any day. So there is no room for misinformation, fabrication, or fabricated research. So there is no room for it. So tools like Turnitin will help you to identify multiple things like that. Whereas various tools that we provide, different institution, including MNIT, has tools which will help you to develop research integrity in your institution. Because whenever there is any kind of plagiarism, more than the student name, the institution name comes in picture. So they won't say that Akshay was plagiarized. They might say my institution name, my university name. So which is really important to safeguard that value for the whole organization or institution. So if you talk about research misconduct, 1500 plus suspected papers were traced in Ukraine, okay, in a paper mill network, flooding 380 journals in back in 2017 to 2025. The source was published in Nature back in September 2025. If you need this links, I'll share it with you. Back in again in 2024, 23% of American Association of Cancer Research, AACR, abstracts contained LLM generated text, that is large language model generated, which is for AI generated text were generated, were found. More than 10,000 research papers were retracted in back in 2023. 80-fold increase of 119 research, retractions in 2002. So 119, what has happened in 2002, more than 80% is increased, like 10,000 is increased today. So where is it? So we need to have that proper research. All these publications have happened across areas. So increase in retraction is about 300% from 2020 to 2024. So there were many articles that has been published throughout the industry. What kind of LLM languages, LLM tools has been used, what kind of articles has been published, which paper mill had a lot of issues with related, lot of publication has happened. So the risk of over reliance on AI research is very important. So what happens when plagiarism occurs? Broadly speaking, the consequences of plagiarism varies because it is not one global thing, not like everybody will be penalized with same thing. Sometimes it might be individual cost that might be lost, sometimes capital lost for the entire research might be lost. Ultimately it's brand and reputation, individual reputation, the institution reputation, all comes to negligence or question of negligence. So this is very important to understand all of these things very importantly. So the threat of fake journals, even today it exists. So please have that idea which journal you're publishing. Is these predatory journals are fake journals. So they do not conduct any kind of peer review. Peer review is really important. So peer review journals, publishing in peer review journals is really important. Why they exist? Because of publish of Paris. Because just to show that I have published, do not publish. You need to have some prestigious publishing opportunities, create that opportunity, bring it to that kind of journals and publish there. So what are the characteristics of fake journals? Absence of peer review, that's the primary thing. There is no editorial process at all, or very minimum editorial process might be there. They might hide some information like publication fees or something, misrepresenting the editorial board. So these are somewhere you need to analyze what is fake journals, where it is, how it has happened. So Turnitin product philosophy is it that we are not here to identify these kind of uh, things at the end stage. We need to support researchers, students from first draft itself so that they have enough time to check, recheck, resubmit all of these things. There is an opportunity because sometimes when it goes to some kind of very good journals, it might be in a peer review stage. They might ask you to rework on something. You should be able to do that. So while teaching, it has to empower that particular guide or faculty or an instructor. Which tools that we have built will help that instructor to guide the student also. So sometimes we use Turnitin for evaluating as well, where we can grade the student, we can put them some scores, use them for some filtering. All of these things can be done, and simultaneously grading can be done. A simple solution that is provided everywhere across the globe. You should be able to see this kind of different products that we have. That's Turnitin philosophy basically. So that's how we provide. Our global reach is like that. More than 40 million students is been using Turnitin. More than 400 million submission happens annually. That's the amount of submissions. More than 16,000 customers across the globe use. These are 16,000 in the sense, not individual. These 16,000 are universities, R&D divisions like ISRO labs, CSIR labs, or universities like IITs, NIT, MNIT, or it might be Boulder, it might be MIT, or any other universities abroad as well, which is in Western countries or anywhere across other countries across the globe. 16,000 universities have institutions or organizations or corporate bodies have been using it. The reason they use Turnitin is to different things: the depth of the content that we have, the quality that we maintain, longevity of the indexing that we have it in our databases, breadth of the content types like ebooks, journals, conference proceedings, preprint, early access articles, patents, student papers. All of this gets checked. So whenever you upload document, we crawl through about 47 billion web pages, 190 million published works, 1.9 billion student papers across the globe. So all of this gets checked and it will give you similarity report. So when we talk about similarity, this is the terminology that has to be used. No software, no tool will give you plagiarism report. Using the similarity report, you should be able to identify whether my content can be plagiarized or whether my content will be plagiarized. That has to be the key thing of it. So easy to use similarity report is what we give, where we will be able to give user friendly access to identify similarity percentage, AI writing, flags, etc. Flags is something which will help you to identify if there is any kind of text manipulation. Simplified filters we use, where we can exclude bibliographic materials, quoted materials, for or you can do cited material exclusion. All of these things can be used as a filter. There are match groups which will help you to identify which are not cited and quoted, which are missing citations, which are missing citations, where there is no citation and quotation. All of these things are really important, and source cards are also very important. So these are something that has to be carefully understood. So match groups are categories where we can improvise our writing, not student only. It can be anybody who is checking their content in Turnitin. So where your content, I'm going to show you in this live platform as well. So it will give you in four categories. If cited materials are missing, it will show. If quotations are missing, it will show. You need to go and cite it. You need to go and quote it. If you have missed both citation and quotation, which will lead to plagiarism, red color. If you have cited and quoted properly, absolutely green color, you will be able to see. These are the things that you should be able to see it in any document at any point of time. Flags is something text manipulation. If you're a student or somebody from research community is hiding some characters, replacing some characters, our tool will help you to identify those text modifications. This is really important for a faculty to identify whether my student has manipulated a document. That will help them to understand. AI report, we are living in this world of AI right now. Turnitin model determines how much of the whole content submitted by anybody is AI generated or likely AI generated. That is what you will be able to identify. The tool can identify not only AI content, AI paraphrased content also you should be able to see. You will be able to identify those content and you should be able to see how much of this content is AI generated. take necessary actions, necessary steps. You can download the report. All of these things can be done accordingly. There is something called as AIAS. I'm not sure how many of you are aware about it. This AIAS scale is in 5 categories basically. So what is it? No AI, AI in planning, AI in collaboration, full AI, AI exploration. If you're seeing this video later on, scan this QR code, you will find this article, okay, by Leon Fourget. You should be able to identify what exactly they have tried to explain this, what you can do with this. If there is no AI, there will be no AI content at all in the whole document. Basically, if you have not used AI, anywhere in the document, you should not be able to see that at all. So you will be able to see that you have used your own core demonstrated skills, knowledge, and you should be able to see that. So it will show 0% AI at that point of time. There will be no AI at all at any point of time. You will not be able to see any AI. It will show as 0%. In case if you have used AI for planning, so basically you might have used it at idea development level, research level, for your final submission, you will be able to see. If you have used AI for developing ideas or refining your ideas, then you will be able to see this. That time also it will be 0 because you have used the idea, you have not replicated the same literature. That's what is called as AI for planning. You might use ChatGPT, you might use Gemini AI, but only ideas you have used, not the whole thing. In case if you use AI for collaboration, maybe you use AI to assist you, maybe to refine your work, maybe to evaluate your work, maybe to enhance your research work. At that point of time, it might start with 0, but when you start using more, and it will change it to AI paraphrased content because it is elevating your work. You will be able to see how much of the whole content is there. 23% of AI is detected. So you should be able to see from where the AI is detected and from where all it is there, you should be able to see. You may use AI extensively throughout your research work, but focusing directly, focusing the AI to achieve goals, demonstrating the critical thinking is really, really important. At that point of time, you might see full AI there. How much of a percentage is there? You should be able to see all of those. So if you have exploited, then it's a different scenario. This is full AI. Most of the content is AI generated. But if you have exploited it, AI exploration would be there is no creativity in yourself. You might have used entire AI content for co-designing this approach. You can see here the new approach for the instructor, 100% AI is detected over here. That's how you will be able to see it accordingly. And Turnitin model gives AI in 4 different types. If you are seeing 2 hyphen sign, then there is something that is called as minimum requirement. Basically, minimum 300 words, maximum 30,000. Only then AI content will be shown to you. If there is no AI, it will show 0%. There is no generative AI content detected with the submission, it will show as 0. If it is star sign, then there is AI in between 1 to 19 percentage. There is high chances of false positive. Human written text may have been identified as AI, then it will give us a star sign. That's very, very important. So these things are key thing. And if it is anything about two, what is false positive? Human written text. Maybe I have written the text, maybe that is shown as AI. So it might have got detected as AI. That's when we give star sign or asterisk sign. So it will say that there's high chances of false positive. In case if there is any AI above 20%, whatever percentage it is, it will show that. So you might expect these 4 kinds of reportings. So key point is AI is score is not something that is as a can be used as a judgment tool. Consider what text can be qualified. Maybe the AI content is there at abstract level. Maybe that AI content is there at citation level. All of this thing has to be understood. We need to identify areas of interest, what other evidence is existing in research work, user work, author work. All of these things has to be analyzed accordingly, and you should be able to get complete information about it. So these are key points to do that. So let's put it into practice now. I'll take you to the live platform. Let me show you how exactly the report looks like, what it is. So I'm giving an example of MNIT itself. When you talk about Turnitin broader tools, there are multiple tools that we provide. We provide Turnitin Feedback Studio. We provide Turnitin Originality Check. We have Clarity. I'll give you a glimpse of Clarity, which is really interesting for all the faculties. We will talk about the grade scope. There is assessment tools. There is Authenticate, which is used by publishers. All of these tools are provided by Turnitin. So Turnitin is the organization name. There are multiple tools that we provide or multiple softwares that we provide. So people who have access, they have to log in with their email ID and password. So if you don't have access, there is always a login called as administrator login. Administrator should be able to create your login. They have to create your first name, last name, email ID. So then the login gets created. Your login is created. Once your login gets created, you should be able to log in with your email ID and password. So once you do that, you will land up on this page. You may have to create class, you may have to create assignment, you will have to add students and then upload the file. Once you upload the file, similarity report gets generated. So these steps, any day you can see it in your help guides, you should be able to get that. But to understand better from how do you do it, what do you do it, it is very important to see how the report looks like. So let me give you a overview of it. There are three students in this particular class. Two have been submitted. I'll show you the report. When I click on view, I'll be able to show you what report has been done. So when we do this, the report gets opened up. So there are multiple things that you can identify with this report. Okay. So you need to see what has been generated, how the report looks like. All of those things you should be able to see accordingly over here. So let me refresh once more. You can see here student submissions is there, submission list is there, insight is there. The overall similarity of this particular document is 95%. There is no translated matching. AI percentage is 27. Flags is 1. So when you click on flags, the flags will open up. When you click on similarity, similarity will open up. You should be able to see that. So I will be able to explain in overview. Most of the tools will give you similarity report. Most of the tools will give you AI report. Most of our tools will give you flags also. Feedback and rubrics depends if you have procured those features. First and foremost thing, when you see any document, you will see the author name, you will see the document title. How authentic the document is, that is very, very important. That's what we are going to see. I have certain practices I'll see when I'm reviewing my students' document, especially. Even publishers, even a reviewer will have to do this, because if the first thing that they would see is flag section. If they see flag, one or two would be there, or else there will be nothing. If there is nothing, there is no manipulation. If there is one, either replaced characters or hidden text is there. If there is two, there is both hidden text and replaced characters. If there is both hidden text and replaced characters, that means the student has manipulated it. Here also there is hidden text. When I click on it, you can see sensor I, network I, from I, the I. There are a lot of things that is being done over here. The whole document is manipulated. The whole manipulated document, you will be able to see where all it is manipulated. This is really, really important to see, because if people have manipulated, then the similarity percentage will be wrong, then the AI percentage will also be wrong because of manipulations. I will straight away reject this and tell the students, don't do this, and I don't want to get into these things, and you have to give me a right thing. So whenever publication happens, if people don't check these kind of things, it gets to rejection. So that's what is called as a retraction of the files or documents. So we need to see what exactly is getting retracted. So basically you need to see these two things. So flags is somewhere it is triggering me. There is suspect characters I cannot accept. Second thing I will go and see is AI writing. How much of the whole content is AI generated? The student might have used Quillbot, the student might have used Chat GPT, student might have used Gemini AI, they might have used any other grammatic checking tool which is AI enabled. Everything would show over here. So you will be able to see where exactly is there, what exactly is there, you should be able to see over here. So right now what you're seeing is this. You will be able to see how much percentage of the text is there, what percentage is there. 27% of the text is AI generated over here. You will be able to see which text is there. You can see page wise also, which page, what AI content is there. You will be able, if I click on any of this page, it will navigate me there and it will show me how much of the content is AI generated, where it is AI generated. You will be able to see this also. So you can use this arrow key to navigate and you should be able to see where all AI content is used by your student, by the person whom you're checking, whoever it might be. They might be a research scholar, there might be a you might be a reviewer, whomsoever it is. You should be able to see all of those things accordingly over here. So you will be able to see which content should be there, what content is it showing. All of those things you will be able to see over here. This is really a need of an hour. So you will be able to navigate completely like this, and where all AI content is there, you should be able to see which are those AI content, what it is, all of those things you will be able to see. You can see here. There are two color codes. Third, whatever you're seeing in green color is directly AI generated, directly AI generated. Whatever you are seeing in purple color is AI paraphrased. So both aspects you should be able to see. So my understanding for this is we need to see and verify whether the content is acceptable in this way in AI or it is not. What portion of the text is AI generated? We need to see these things. If we see these things, it will be really helpful for you, and you should be able to analyze accordingly over here. So that way it will be a great way to understand what text is accepted, what text is not accepted, what percentage is accepted, what percentage of AI is not accepted. All of these things will come in picture to you. So you will be able to get complete idea and get complete understanding about it as well. I know there is some chat that is coming up. I'll not be able to see it right now because I'm screen sharing it. Once I stop my screen sharing, I should be able to do that. So once you're okay with AI score, then go to similarity percentage. So over here also there are a lot of things that you need to look into it, what text you're checking, and other things. But I'll give you an explanation about it. How do we analyze this? What are we doing? Removing all the filters and whatever I have done so that I can give you a right example how exactly the report looks like and things like that. So basically this particular document has about 49% of AI over here. So 49% of AI is there in the sense, 49% of similarity is there, not AI, sorry. So 49% of similarity is there. So from where the text is matching, what text is matching, all of this really matters. All of this content is something that we need to look into it. Only then we need to analyze, okay, whether this is okay or not, whether there has to be some citation to it, whether there has to be some attribution to it. All of this has to be analyzed, and only then it will be accepted or not. Then we need to see this accordingly over here. So basically if you see this, you will be able to see from where the content is matching. So if I click on number one, this text is matching from certain source. Let me refresh this so that it will match accordingly. In the meanwhile, let me go back here. Let me open up the document again. And I'll see the chat message. Uh, is it possible that overall similarity index is below the guidelines and they still show flag? Does it affect my paper acceptance? Depends what is being flagged. If it is very minimum, so for example, what happens? Some characters and images will show as flags. That can be ignored. Some characters, Roman characters might show sometimes. So very minimum in the sense it can be accepted. There is no challenge in that. There is no issue in that. But something like this is totally not accepted, which I showed. Adding a character in between, coloring it in white, that is totally not accepted. Okay, coming back, because the report is generated right now. So if I click on source one, when I was talking about this whole program today, the first thing that comes up in mind is, why do we have to use this tool? First thing, keep that in mind. There are two types of plagiarism. That's why we need to use this tool. Intentional plagiarism, definitely it will show as a match. Unintentional plagiarism, you never know who is working same content in your subject area. In the same content might have got published earlier. Only when you upload you get to see that, okay, there is an author in China, there is an author in England, there is an author in Australia who is working in my subject area, and they have the same kind of literature. Am I supposed to cite them? Yes. Am I supposed, if you continue to use their words, you are supposed to cite. If you don't do that, you will lead to plagiarism. Tomorrow they can sue us. They can get into any kind of action on us. That is really, really important. So what you're seeing right now, 814, this is my own article. I didn't copy. But if 849 words is matching, definitely it is not unintentional. I have copied. Unintentional can be very minimum. Up to 1,000 words, exactly writing the same is impossible. But Turnitin will give you an opportunity to view full source text, and you can read the entire article from where the text is matching. And if they are in your own subject area, it's very good for you to understand entire thing and completely understand accordingly. And you can read that article, gain some more knowledge, attribute that other author, get complete credit for it. That is how you will avoid the consequences of plagiarism. So you will see from internet, you will see from other sources, you can see your publication, it is matching, but you will not be able to see view full text because I don't have access to this journal. But if I have it in my campus, I can click on this DOI. It will may take me to that particular DOI, and it will show me the entire article here if I have access to it. So why people rely on Turnitin is because of this kind of journals: Wiley, Springer, IEEE, Taylor and Francis, Elsevier. All of this gets covered. That's why this is very, very important. And you can crawl through all of, nothing like red is danger, green is okay, nothing like this. But there is something called as match groups, which I showed in my presentation. Here, 83 so instances, the text is taken from somebody. It is neither cited, neither quoted. This will lead to plagiarism. If you have missed quotation, if you have missed citation, you will be able to see that. If you have cited things properly, you will see it in green color. These are red is danger, green is okay. But these two is still at risk. If you give some improvement, you can recover that. So this is color codes. But if you see sources, these are the sources that from where the text is matching. From where all text is matching, you should be able to see. What text is matching, that also you will be able to see. From which source the text is matching, you should be able to see. On top of it, you can have filters like this, which will help you to exclude bibliographic materials, quoted materials, cited materials, small matches. UGC norms, for example, they say 14 words can be excluded. When I talk about UGC norms or policy, 10% is the similarity acceptance, excluding bibliographic materials, excluding quoted materials, and threshold of 14 words. When I talk about this policy and when I talk about the repercussions, if there is about 20%, there is 6 months of suspension. About 40%, 1 year of suspension. About 60%, you might lose your registration itself for doing some research. So all of these things are consequences of having plagiarism in your document. So similarity acceptance is what people mention, not plagiarism. Nobody will accept plagiarism. People accept only similarity. How much of the whole content is similar? What words are matching against the number of words that is there in the document? That is called as text similarity or similarity index percentage. Plagiarism is completely different. When we don't attribute it, when you don't cite it, when you don't quote it, then plagiarism. A common statements, definitions should be cited. Newton's law, I can't go and tell it as my law. I need to cite it. I need to quote it. That is very, very important. So when you do this filter and click on apply filters, see what does it happen. From 49%, it came down to 37%. Not mandatory. Not every time it would go down. If you have bibliographic materials, if you have quoted materials, if you have cited material, only then the percentage will go down. If not, the percentage will not go down. That's how you need to do. So this is where you will be able to see the overall percentage. We have provision of giving feedback to students because there is loss of data. I might forget things. I can drag and drop citation as needed, give some space over here. All of these are predefined ones. Okay, caption error over here. Or I would like to write something. I can tap anywhere, click on text annotation, start typing my feedback. Anything like such, you should be able to write accordingly. So this is what you call as feedback mechanism. If you have rubrics, you can grade the student also. I want to grade them for 50 points. I can see idea how it is, topic how it is, detailing how it is. I can click on apply to grade. It will get calculated and it will give me the overall points. But this rubric is created by me. You can also create your own rubrics and grade the entire student. Only if you have this feature. Not all Turnitin has feedback mechanism. Few have feedback mechanism. You can download the report. Both similarity report can be downloaded, AI report can be downloaded, grading and feedback report can be downloaded, and even original file can be downloaded. All of this will be really helpful for you at any point of time. So when you do the download, this is how the report will look like. You can use it offline. It will be in PDF format. What is the author name? What is the document title? When was it submitted? When was it downloaded? Number of pages, number of words, every detail would be there. And what have you filtered? How many exclusions are there? Match groups, and every source is being given here. So you should be able to see everything is hyperlinked. If you move and click on it, it will take you to that particular article. And you can come back also. That's how you can do it. So you can see the AI report also looks like the same this thing, and you will see the AI percentage also. In similarity also, you will see the percentage over here, and you should be able to see the color coded report as well with numerics mentioned over there. Every detail would be there. We need to understand these things and implement accordingly. Only then you will have a very good improvement in your writing. To improve your writing, you need to go back to your Word file or wherever you're editing the document. You need to write back and submit. That's how you can improve. Based on this, the details will be there. If you are having any queries with regards to any particular document, every individual document has a unique number called submission ID, and you can approach our support team. So these are few things any Eternity product will have is these three. This depends on what subscription you have. That's how the tool will work for you at any point of time. Just to give you a workflow recap, whenever you're having some kind of thought process, what should I do in Turnitin? Always check document flags first. If you have that, that means it's a caution sign. We need to go and verify whether it is right or wrong. Then we need to check AI score. Is it meeting reviewer expectation? No, there is no global standard. There is no every journal has a different standard, different acceptance percentage, different AI acceptance. You need to check similarity. You need to check similarity issues. All of those things has to be there. Today, generative AI is very large. Every big organization has always thought about AI, how important it is. It might be Google, it might be Microsoft. They are thinking about AI. AI is here to stay. So what can we do to make ourselves ready and embrace the change is very, very important. So always review your institution, classroom, integrity policies. If you have to have one thing, IITs, NITs, they have their own policy. I've seen one NIT where similarity, if it is only above 80%, they accept the accept the research thesis. The reason is that article should be there in publication. That's why they accept more than 80%. Some places more than that 80% should be reflecting with their name. That is how that NIT does. It depends what is your institution policy, In some universities in Western countries, it's vice versa. First we do publication here and then we go to research. But there it is different. First they do write thesis, then on top of it they go and do the publication. So as a research guide or as a faculty to take day-to-day assignment, we need to do set expectation with students, decide what is accepted, what is not accepted in the assignments or in the thesis or in an article publication. Every publisher has publication recommender, journal recommenders are there, publication recommenders are there. If you put your abstract, it will tell you which journal to publish, which conference to publish. IEEE itself has more than 13 journals on electrical circuits. If I select wrong journal, again rejection. So reduce the rejection rate. You need to have proper resources like this, which will help you to adjust the prompts, incorporate your works in a proper, authentic way. That is very, very important. Innovation with clear focus is something where the solution will compel to fit. Technology builds everything. You need to have that understanding. To bring transparency to such writing process, what we also have built, which is not there in many places, but people are liking to use this, Turnitin Clarity. Where is a student writing space where there is a ethical AI assistant, where you can use AI assistant for writing. Student will be able to see where exactly AI can be used, how exactly you should be able to see that also. So it's a bridge between faculty and students, where student writing space is given and they should be able to represent their work. So that's what you will be able to see as Turnitin Clarity. So if you see the graph over here, it's unbelievable for anybody. You can see here the amount of chat GPT used from year to year is so much different. You can see whatever is there in blue color is 2025, whatever was used in green is 2024 survey. 30% were people are using ChatGPT in 2024. 2025 it was 64%. By 2026 it might go higher and higher. People using Grammarly, people using Google Translation, all of this has been increased. GitHub, all of this has been is increased. So we need to see all this very carefully and need to have that evidence to talk to student. So that's how Clarity will give you all of those evidence, whether there is lot of copy paste, whether there is lot of AI, whether there is self writing, all of those you should be able to see. The impact of generative AI content has increased faculty's load also. How much? By 81%. That's a huge increase because faculties are worried whether my student has copied from AI, whether my work is, whether the student is following the policies or not. So ethical use of AI should be there. So tools have been there. So there are a lot of challenges, like instructor wants to ensure all student work is authentic, original, meets the academic integrity policies of the institution or of the outsider. But however, inappropriate generative AI content is suspected in most of the cases, people get worried, people get tense because we are non-English speaking countries. We might think about only grammatic correction and we go to certain tools, but they change the whole sentence itself, whole paragraph itself. That is not original writing. That is AI driven, AI written. You need to look into it. So the growth of AI writing tools have increased widely. The policies has to be developed and it has to have proper needs that has to be reached to the student. They need to understand, but they might also find difficulty in effective use of integrating generative AI content. So where crucial thinking has to be developed, genuine learning has to be developed, that will help you a lot of things as well. And also student perspective, if I talk about student, also is facing some challenges. Students wants to get their work easily done, so they might not think about original writing. So it is very unfair for them not to use AI, but tell them to use it in an effective way. Let them take an idea, let them work on it, let them do some research on it, let them do some experiments on it, and then incorporate in a pen and paper and they try to publish those things. Changing multiple application, maybe using lot of Google, lot of social media these days. Luckily we don't have some social media apps here in India, but in Western countries, even that apps are used for promoting these kind of non-ethical way of writing. So students needs to be transparent with their guides or faculty, with their experiments they might have run through AI or through their workforce. So with that, there might be some challenge also where guide can be helpful, faculty can be helpful. So there is a product called Turnitin Clarity, which brings in transparency between student and faculty, which is a key thing. There is authorship investigate also, where you can identify whether that particular author has written or somebody else has also involved in that writing. We will give you complete metadata, document analysis, language, all of these things can be given. But here, Clarity helps students to do grammatic checking, citation checking, AI assistant, all of this in an ethical way. So citation assistant is also there to give proper citation, which students might be facing as a difficult. AI assistant in a support way, not fostering the students to get completely a different angle out of it, but to think critical and improve their writing skills. Basically, if I ask the AI assistant in Turnitin Clarity to give me an article on environmental science, it doesn't give, but the any large language model will give. But here it will tell you, think about which city, think about the ideas that is used for bringing environmental changes. All of this ideas would be given. Based on that, the student will start thinking and they can start writing about it. Whereas faculty inbox will tell them whether there was shorter writing span, minimum revision, maximum revision, lot of copy pasted works or not, which where it was used, complete playback will be there. This is the writing space where student will be writing and the playback is giving entire playback for the faculty, where exactly they it is completely recorded and they'll be able to see where flags they can see. They can go to observations, how many minutes the student wrote, how many breaks they take, everything. They can see AI chat activity also, what did they use as an AI, that also will be available. So I'm not here to promote, but just giving you that it is the bridge which is going to be in future to help all the faculties and students to understand we are using it in an ethical way. That's it. So these are difficult things that we have tried to overcome with our products. Turnitin has been awarded in various this thing, NIRF, it might be TOI report, it might be UGC policies around integrity. All of this has to be a spotlight for us. Then only we will be able to use Turnitin in an effective way. We are partners to you. We are rapidly evolving. So we are helping to address academic integrity related challenges over 25 years. We will continue to do it. The extended tool for educators is really important. All of this will be helpful for you in coming days. So this is what I wanted to communicate with Turnitin's perspective, what we are helping researchers in day-to-day ways. And we will continue to do it. I am happy to bring in any questions. If there is any concerns, I'm happy to answer all of those. If there is anything, please feel free to fill up. There was a couple of questions. I'm happy to answer those. Uh, Let me bring up one of the, sir, I also require receipt of payment with there's something else of the questions. uh Please let us know how to download. I think I have explained how to download the AI report. If you want me to explain again, I'll show you. So, can we get this tool? Individual, the tool is not provided for an individual. It is always to the universities, institutions, organization is what we provide this tool. It's not free of cost. It comes with an cost. The tool gives you both similarity, AI, and other things. Uh, will it be affecting my acceptance? No, not really. You need to see what content is there. Based on that, you can decide whether AI is accepted or not. If, for example, UGC policy, they don't accept AI percentage. Any AI percentage is not accepted. It is zero. uh Flag part, if you want me to explain again, I'm happy to do that. Any PDF copy of usage details, yes, we will be able to get that also. We will be able to share all the usage activity that is being done. Let me show you once for all how the AI report looks like. How do you download? If you have opened any report, just on the right hand side top, click on download, click on AI report. The AI report gets downloaded. It's very simple. All of our tools looks the same, feels the same. They have same kind of layouting. Any tool of Turnitin, you will look the same. When you download the report, it will look like this. I think that's it from my end. I wanted to cover these things. If you have any other questions, I'm happy to answer. Is there any questions from anybody, or I'll pick it up? Sunil sir, is there anything? Are we allowing to unmute or something, or we are picking up any questions like that, or?
If anybody wants to ask any question, please raise your hand so that I can unmute you.
Yep. Thank you. Sir, how much does it cost? So basically, Miss Kritika, I mean, we don't give it as to an individual, as I said earlier. The cost depends on number of students, number of researchers, number of faculty in that campus, and we give it to institutions itself, and MNIT has the access to it for your information. All right, anybody else? Cool. Sunil sir, if there is nothing, then can we wind up?
Okay, thank you, sir, for such an interactive session. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you everyone for your valuable time and taking your time out of busy schedule. Have a good day. Stay safe. Thank you. Sir, can you suggest some threshold to maintain for an AI? I mean, I will say that use AI for ideas. Don't copy paste any stuff. If you're taking any content, it has to be in an ethical way. If you can cite it as an electronic medium, EL dot would be there with EOR. That would be an ethical way of using AI content. So please use that way and cite it accordingly. Cool. If people are interested, you can always mail me if there are any questions. I am just mailing my email ID in the chat box. Feel free to drop in your interest, questions, and queries. I'm happy to pick those up. Thank you, Sunil sir, MNIT, and Vineet sir also. Extended thanks from Turnitin End for giving us this opportunity. Have a good day, everyone. Stay safe. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Uh, Good evening, all of you. I hope I am audible. Hello. Yes. Hello, I am audible. Not sure. I cannot see. Yes. Okay. Good. यहाँ पे इतना सारा ठीक. Okay. So, welcome all of you for a new session. Okay. So I am the next speaker. Okay. So, anything I need to do? Should I continue? Okay. 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 So, good evening, all of you. So myself is Dr. Abhitem Joshi. Okay. And I'm working as an associate professor in Electronics and Communication Department at MNIT Jaipur. So I will be discussing right now about the latex. What I came to know that many of you are familiar with the latex because some of the things have been covered as per my knowledge. Okay. So means we will just move ahead with that. Okay. So what I believe that you have just understood that how what is the use of the latex? Possibly you all aware that latex is an open source. Okay. So definitely means you can work without fear of having a license of it. Okay. Apart from that, there are so much flexibility that latex can offer. Okay, so that is a main advantage. Okay, possibly with the word and latex, if you compare that, first of all, it is a openware, and there are so many flexibility which latex can offer. Okay, so means in this particular session, I will be discussing mainly for the acronym and a table content creation. Okay, so I believe that you are familiar with the latex. Okay, and all of you are aware about the overlays. Yes, yes. I hope that you are aware about the overlap. In overlap tool, is there any limitation of the word or pages? No, there is no means limitation on overlap. Okay, you can create as many projects as you want. Possibly, I can show it in my login. I have a 186 project. Okay, in an overlay because I used to have all the paper as well as my all student thesis on overlap itself. Okay, so there is no means limitation. Okay, so don't fear with that. Okay, that means you can have as many as document you can put it on a overlay. Okay, there could be a some way that there is some concern that we are putting on a cloud and whether it is secure or not. But I believe that I am working in that consideration that it is good enough secure. Okay. Otherwise, if we think about the security point of view, then nothing is secure in today's digital world. Okay. So you can work on overview. Okay. So there is no problem with that. Okay. So as I said that we are interested to discuss about the one of the very important feature which is available in your latex tool is acronym. Okay. So acronym is one of the very important aspect when you are writing particularly thesis. Either you are writing a thesis, either you are writing a book, okay, either you are writing a report. So at that time, means acronym will play a very important role. Okay, maybe you have a list of the acronym at the front and then you want to means use them. Okay, so now question is what you want that with the acronym. Okay, what is the particular thing that you want with the acronym in your report writing? What kind of feature you expect? Okay, that we should have while we are using, let's say, the acronym in your thesis or maybe your book. Yes, are they allowed to speak or no? Okay, they are muted, but they can type it. Okay, so see, if you write down a thesis, then what is expected that whenever you use the acronym, okay, whenever you are using it first time, okay, then first time you should have a full name. Am I right? Whenever you are using first time in your document, then you should have a full name. Okay, and then whenever you are using subsequently from the second time onwards, you need to use them in a short name. Am I right? Does it expected? Okay. And most of the time we are doing it manually. Am I right? Yes. See, it will be interactive section. I am having the message that I am not sure what you are trying to ask. Sunil, if any specific message is there, okay, then do let me know. Okay, because I'm not sure because I'm on a window, so where message is not visible to me. Okay. So what I believe that this is your expectation. Okay. Okay. Whenever I'm writing first time, then it should be a full name, and then subsequent onward it should be a short name. Okay. So this will be done in latex automatically. You do not have to worry. But whether it is the first time, second time, third time, fourth time, fifth time, sixth time, no need to worry. The latex will decide automatically that if it is coming first time, it should be at a full form, and whenever you are using it a second time onwards, it will be in a short name. Okay, so that is a intelligence that latex is having.
it will count for you. Okay, so don't worry about it. So how you can imbibe those facility in a acronym that we are going to discuss it over here. Okay, so first of all, latex is mainly driven by its function, and that function is available in a package. Okay, I believe that you must have understood the use of the package in a previous lecture. Okay, if not, then please try to understand that whatever the functionality that you are using in a latex that comes from the package. Inside the package, that functionality is there. Okay, so here, if you want to use or explore the feature of a acronym in your latex, then you need to use this package. Use package acronym. Okay, so first is document class article. Article is there. Okay, this is the basic class file that possibly we are using in most common way. Okay, so document class. See again over here, whatever is written in your blue color, that is inbuilt keyword, and whatever is the black one, that is, you can consider that is the user defined. Okay, so here document class, and then in a curly bracket it is article. Okay, now whenever it is in a curly bracket, then you need to provide the compulsory and argument. Okay, whenever it is in a square bracket, then it is optional. So here it is in a curly bracket, so that means you need to provide your input. So here document class article is there, and use package acronym. So that is basically a important package that you should include if you want to use the acronym feature. Okay, now let's prepare some list. Okay, so I have prepared one section. So you just observe it over here. There is a section, black backslash section, then star. Okay, now what is the meaning of the star? Backslash section star, and then in a curly bracket I am writing list of acronym. So here I am interested to prepare a list of acronym. Okay, so whatever I am planning to use it, I am just preparing a list. Or it could be other way around. When you are in your main document, you feel that there is some acronym that you need to use it, then please list it down it over here. Okay, so backslash section, then I am writing star. By indicating star, I am letting know the latex that you do not have to number this particular section. Okay, so by including a star over here, I am ensuring that we do not have to number this particular section. Okay, so that is the only meaning of the providing star over here. So backslash section star, then there is a curly bracket, list of acronym, then your begin acronym, end acronym, and here we have a sub list. Now there are some lists I have prepared in 4x. So if you are on your system and you are doing also practically along with me, then you write down some acronym by your own. Okay, so here we need to provide all the acronym in between begin acronym and end acronym, and here there is a keyword backslash acro, and there is a two curly bracket. So in a first curly bracket you have a short name, and in a second curly bracket you have a full name. So this is the list I am preparing, backslash acro ANJ. So that is my name, Amit M. Joshi. Then backslash acro MNIT. So that is the Malviya National Institute of Technology. Then backslash acro, that is Ravi Kumar Madila. Then I have defined few list of the acronym over here. Okay, so all the acronym that you are going to use, you can prepare the list over here, or it could be another way around. Whenever using them in your text, you can put them first it over here. Okay. So this is the list that you are preparing right now. Now how to use them? Okay. So again I am mentioning this package is very important. Okay. Then I am just preparing my document. Okay. So the title document is I am preparing EICT FDP 2026. Then I am writing my author name, author amjoshi.ec. that the date I am mentioning March 2026, or to be precise 12 March 2026. Okay, then begin document. So I am starting my document. Then first line is make title. So that means I am preparing my first section is the introduction, and that is my title. And now I am writing some text. Okay, in order to use the acronym. Okay, so I am using welcome to the latex demo, the \AC. Now, whenever you are using any acronym in your document, the syntax is \AC. Okay, while you are listing in your section in a list of the acronym, you are writing \ACRO acro, and then you are putting two curly bracket. In a first curly bracket, the short name, and in the second curly bracket is a long name. Now, while you are using it, you need to use only your short name. Now, latex will decide if it is coming first time, it will make it full form, and if it is coming second time, it will consider as a short name only. Okay, so I am using inside my text document similarly, but latex will decide if it is coming first time, then it will put a long name. Otherwise, it will consider as a short name from the second time onwards. Okay, so this is the text that I am writing it over here. Welcome to the latex demo. The \AC FDP is being conducted by Electronics and ICT Academy \AC MNIT Jaipur. Okay, so the FDP, MNIT, these two means short name I am defining, and the full name is already defined over here. If you just observe it over here, FDP is over here, Faculty Development Program, okay, and MNIT is Malviya National Institute Technology. This is already been defined in a list of acronym. Now I am using it over here. Okay, the next line is the course coordinator of the acronym, that is \AC FDP is \AC RKM. So RKM is a Ravi Kumar Madila, okay, who is the, I believe, that course coordinator for this particular course. So that is being written, and the lecture for the latex demo document writing is being conducted by \AMD. So that is my name. So that is being defined in the list of acronym. Okay. So I am just compiling it over here. I am just compiling it over here, and you just observe it. Welcome to the latex demo. See, just observe it on the left hand side and observe it on the right hand side. ठीक है, यहाँ पे क्या है, वेलकम टू द लेटेक्स डेमो, then \AC FDP. Here the FDP comes from the first time. So now, as it is coming first time, if you just observe that full form is being defined. So faculty development program or in bracket FDP is being conducted by Electronics and ICT Academy. Then again here \AC MNIT it is written. ठीक है, तो इसका फुल फॉर्म मालविया नेशनल इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ टेक्नोलॉजी जयपुर यहाँ पे आ गया. ठीक है, अभी इन अ सेकंड लाइन द कोर्स कोऑर्डिनेटर ऑफ द FDP. देखो यहाँ पे FDP सेकंड टाइम आ रहा है, तो जब मैंने इसको रन किया तो ये देखो FDP आपका short name आया. Why? Because it is coming second time. Already first time when it is being used, the full form is being presented. So that's what we want in our document. ठीक है, whenever it is coming first time, then it should be a full form. Then for the second time onwards, it should come as a short name. So latex has taken care. I haven't mentioned. See, I am using it as it is. First time also I am using as a \AC FDP. Second time also I am using \AC FDP. So latex has decided that whether it is coming first time or second time, and accordingly it has done the required things for me. Okay. Apart from that, there is some URL is created. अगर आप देखोगे यहाँ पे URL क्रिएट हुआ है और हाइपरलिंक क्रिएट हुआ है. ठीक है, जिसमें मैं क्लिक करूंगा, देखो मैंने FDP पे क्लिक किया तो डायरेक्टली वो मेरे लिस्ट पे चला गया जहां पे उसका फुल फॉर्म है. बेसिकली इसका यूज जब आएगा जब मैं सेकंड टाइम जो FDP यूज किया है, ठीक है, उसके ऊपर क्लिक करूंगा तो ये डायरेक्टली मुझे उस पेज पे ले जाएगा जहां पे मैंने लिस्ट बनाया है और जहां पे उसका फुल फॉर्म मेंशन है। ठीक है, तो ये लिंक भी आप क्रिएट कर पाओगे। उसके लिए आपको पैकेज यूज करना है, यूज पैकेज हाइपररैप। आपको अगर क्लिकेबल लिंक बनाना है, ठीक है, तो आपको हाइपररैप पैकेज का यूज करना है। ठीक है, ओके। सो दिस इज अबाउट द एक्रोनिम। ओके, नाउ somebody may ask me कि सर मीन्स मुझे दूसरी बार भी उसका फुल फॉर्म प्रिंट करना है। ठीक है, दिस इज अ बाय डिफॉल्ट प्रैक्टिस। ओके, दिस इज अ जनरल प्रैक्टिस कि whenever it is using first time you used to be it in a full form, and the second time onward it is only short name. But now somebody has a requirement that no sir, I want to put this a full form as a second time as well. ओके, तो उसके लिए भी मीन्स प्रोविजन है। आपको क्या लिखना है, सिर्फ एट द एंड बैकस्लैश ACF। अभी तक हम बैकस्लैश AC लिखते थे, नाउ यू नीड टू राइट डाउन बैकस्लैश ACF। So whenever you write down ACF, then even though it is coming second time, it will be displayed as a full form. देखो यहाँ पे सेकंड लाइन में द कोर्स कोऑर्डिनेटर ऑफ द FDP, नाउ हियर द फुल नेम इज कमिंग। ठीक है, तो आप चाहे तो फुल नेम भी हर बार आ सकता है। ठीक है, अदरवाइज बाय यूजुअल प्रैक्टिस इट विल बी ओनली अ शॉर्ट नेम फ्रॉम द सेकंड टाइम ऑनवर्ड्स। ठीक है, ओके। Apart from that, there could be a case that I have prepared a list of the acronym in a 4 row. ठीक है, ओके, जैसे यहाँ पे देखोगे तो मैंने बहुत सारे फुल फॉर्म बना के रखे हैं। ठीक है, लेकिन many of them are not being used in my document. Okay, I have prepared while initially when I am preparing, at that time I thought that I will be using them. Okay, and with that consideration I have written it over here. Okay, but I have not used them. Then ideally what I want that if it is not being used in your test, even though you have prepared it initially, but it is not being used in your text, that means either you are writing a thesis or either you are writing a book, at that time it is not being used, then it should not be part of the list. But यहाँ पे अगर आप देखोगे तो मैंने जो यहाँ पे लिखे हैं वो सारे आपके लिस्ट में है। ठीक है, लेकिन यूज कितने हुए, देखो ये जो क्लिकेबल लिंक है ना वही यूज हुए, बाकी के यूज ही नहीं हुए। ठीक है, सो दैट आल्सो बीइंग टेकन केयर बाय लेटेक्स। तो मुझे क्या करना है, मुझे सिर्फ एक स्क्वायर ब्रैकेट में सेंटेंस लिखना है, बैकस्लैश यूज पैकेज in square bracket I need to write down print only used. If you remember, I just told you that there is a optional argument that can be provided in a square bracket. That is a optional. देखो पहले मैंने फिफ्थ लाइन पे जब यूज किया था यूज पैकेज एक्रोनिम तब यूज नहीं किया था, लेकिन whenever I have written in a sixth line, at that time I have written print only used. ठीक है, and in curly bracket I use the acronym. So now what it will be done, whatever the acronym which is being used by you inside your text, that will be only part of the list, not all. Okay, so I am just compiling it again. ठीक है, तो अगर आप देखोगे तो सारे हट गए, देखो आप आपके डॉक्यूमेंट में सारे हट गए जो आपने यूज किए हैं टेक्स्ट में, वही आपके एक्रोनिम आपके लिस्ट में रिफ्लेक्ट हो रहे हैं। ऑल आर नॉट बीइंग डिस्प्ले, ओनली द एक्रोनिम व्हिच हैव बीन यूज्ड बाय यू, दोस आर द ओनली पार्ट ऑफ द acronym in the list. Even though you have mentioned it, just observe it, ये लिस्ट में तो बहुत सारे हैं, ठीक है, लेकिन अदर बट आई हैव नॉट यूज देम। ठीक है, तो लेटेक्स इज ऑटोमेटिकली टेकिंग केयर ऑफ दिस, व्हाट आई हैव यूज, व्हाट आई हैव नॉट यूज। सो लेटेक्स हैज ऑलरेडी known that these are the things have been used by having the keyword backslash AC, and that have been used. So those only is being considered as a part of the list of the acronym. Okay. So this facility is very much useful while you are writing thesis, particularly while you are writing a book. Okay. Even in some of the journal, they do ask about list of the acronym. So at that time also, you can use this particular facility which is being mentioned over here. I hope you are able to get it. Okay. Any doubt? मैं यहाँ पे देख नहीं पा रहा हूँ उनका रिस्पॉन्स. हाँ वही है, मुझे चैट नहीं दिख रही. पर इज देयर एनी क्वेश्चन? हाँ आप ऐसा तो लैपटॉप यहाँ पे रख दो, तो मुझे यहाँ पे आ जाओ. यस, एनी डाउट? इफ यू हैव then you can write it down. Okay, so this is all about the acronym that we want to. I am having the message that your project exceeded the compile timeout limit or plan. I think you need to run it again. I don't think so there should be any, or if there is an error, then you need to just check it out. ठीक है? Sir, please explain this print only use command again. Okay, Ankur, I am explaining again. Okay. Now, what is the means concern for us is, see, I have prepared list of acronym as a forehand. Okay. So it could be a case that I have prepared so many acronym list by considering that I will be using them. Sometimes क्या होता है कि आप कई बार है ना, अब कुछ रिव्यू के बाद क्या मीन्स after in a second iteration you just try to remove them. Okay, आपने पहले रखा है लेकिन you have removed them. Now since it is being removed from your text, but since you have put it in your acronym, it should be removed from there only, there also. Okay, so idea is जो आपके मेन डॉक्यूमेंट में आपके एक्रोनिम्स है प्रेजेंटली, वही आपके लिस्ट ऑफ एक्रोनिम में रिफ्लेक्ट होने चाहिए. So the idea is whatever is being used actively by you inside your document, that should be only part of your list of the acronym. Is it clear? So if I want to do that, then what I can use that? I can use this facility use packet in square bracket print only use and then in a curly bracket acronym. ये एडिशनल स्क्वायर ब्रैकेट में स्टेटमेंट लिखा है प्रिंट ओनली यूज. सो व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ दैट? दोस व्हिच हैव बीन यूज्ड बाय यू इनसाइड योर डॉक्यूमेंट, that would be only reflected as a part in your list of the acronym, not all. ठीक है? So that is what is being explained. Ankur, I hope you are able to understand now what I am trying to explain. Okay, thank you, Ankur. Okay. Yes, any other doubt? So should I consider that you are getting acronym very well? Yes, is it useful for you? Is it useful? Please say yes or no so I can consider that you are still with me. Yes, is it useful for you for acronym? Yes. Okay, good. Okay, thank you, Bharti. Thank you, Ankur. So we will be moving ahead with our next consideration, where we will be using a table. I am not sure whether the table feature is covered or not. Whether the table is covered or not, or should I cover it again right now? चलो ठीक है, मैं कवर करता हूं. ठीक है, कोबॉट और टेबल में एक इंपॉर्टेंट फीचर होता है लॉन्ग टेबल. दैट इज आल्सो आई एम गोइंग टू एक्सप्लेन इट. ठीक है. नाउ कंसीडर अ केस दैट आई वांट टू प्रिपेयर अ टेबल लाइक दिस. देखो यहाँ पे एक टेबल मैंने डिफाइन किया है, ये नीचे वाला टेबल देखो, कॉलम 1, कॉलम 2, कॉलम 3, कॉलम 4 ऐसे है, ठीक है, कॉलम 3 होना चाहिए, कॉलम 3, कॉलम 4, ठीक है। आई वांट टू प्रिपेयर अ टेबल लाइक दिस, ठीक है। तो टेबल अगर हम मुझे ड्रॉ करना है तो मैं कैसे करूंगा? आप जैसे एक व्हाइट पेपर पे ड्रॉ करते हैं, कैसे ड्रॉ करते हैं? आप पहले सोचो कि आप अगर एक व्हाइट पेपर पे टेबल ड्रॉ करने को मैं आपको बोलूं तो कैसे करोगे? पहले आप ऐसे टेबल की पहले कॉलम बनाओगे, ठीक है, कि कितने कॉलम है, ठीक है। फिर ऐसे एक हॉरिजॉन्टल लाइन ड्रॉ करोगे, फिर यहाँ पे कुछ लिखोगे, जैसे कि कॉलम 1, कॉलम 2, ये शेयर नहीं हो रहा है। मुझे लग रहा है कि मुझे शेयर करना है, शायद ये स्क्रीन शेयर नहीं हो रहा है। जस्ट अ मिनट, आई नीड टू शेयर माय स्क्रीन, शेयर एंटायर स्क्रीन, हाँ शेयर, ठीक है। नाउ इट इज आई थिंक विजिबल, yes, okay. So what I am trying to say, कि if I ask you to prepare a table, okay, if I ask you to prepare a table on plain paper, what you will do? You will take a pen. First of all, you decide that how many columns you have. You will prepare a column. Then what you do? You prepare a line like this. Then you write down something like that. Column 1, column 2, column 3, column 4. Okay. Then you will again go one horizontal line and you will write down 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. Okay. So whatever you are doing it over here, similarly, you need to do it in a latex, but you need to write down script for this. Okay. So how you can do it? Let's try to understand. Okay. So now whenever you need to prepare a table, okay, then the keyword is begin tabular and end tabular. So begin tabular and end tabular is writing a content of your table. Whenever you are interested to write down the content of the table, then you need to write it down them in a begin tabular and end tabular. Okay. And what is the first thing that you will do? As I mention it over here. मैंने यहाँ पे सबसे पहले क्या ड्रॉ किया? मैंने अपनी कॉलम ड्रॉ, ठीक है। तो मैं बिगिन टेबुलर के बाद ये जो आपका करली ब्रैकेट है उसमें आपके कॉलम को डिफाइन करूंगा मैं। यहां पे अगर आप देखोगे तो करली ब्रैकेट में क्या लिखा है? सी 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 सी। दिस सी स्टैंड्स फॉर सेंटर, ठीक है। और जितनी बार सी लिखा है वो काउंट करना है, उतनी कॉलम ऐड हो, ठीक है। So don't be confused. Okay, it is not that much of difficult. If you are using a latex first time, then it seems to be difficult, but don't worry. Means this is the way that we are writing it. So once you start using it, you will get a confidence. Okay. I am also considering myself as a latex user, not a latex expert. Okay. So it is very easy. So once you start using it, because table is usual thing that you would be having in your document. Okay. So for that, what you need to do? Begin the tabular. Then inside this curly bracket, you need to provide the column. How many column you have? So C, 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 C. So C, 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 C is written, that means center. Even I can write it down L also and R also. L means left, R means right, and C means center. आपका जो टेबल होगा, टेबल के अंदर जो आप कंटेंट लिखोगे, वॉट एवर द कंटेंट यू सपोज टू राइट इट डाउन इनसाइड योर टेबल, then it is either in a left alignment, either in a right alignment, or either it is center alignment. So that's what you need to write it down. So according to the number of column, you need to fill L, C, and R. Here I have written L, C, C, R. So how many count? It is 4. So that means total 4 column will be there. In a first column, it is L, that means it is a left align. In a second column, it is C, that means it is a center align. In a third column, it is C, that means it is a center align. And in a fourth column, it is R, that means it is right align. ठीक है? Okay. So here, begin tabular and first thing I am defining number of column. Then there is a H line जो मैंने आपको बताया. ठीक है? क्या करोगे? आप पहले ये टेबल के कॉलम को डिसाइड करोगे. ठीक है? फिर आप क्या करोगे? फिर आप इसको ऐसे हॉरिजॉन्टल लाइन करोगे. This is nothing but a H line. This is the command. When you write down backslash H line, that means you are drawing your horizontal line. तो ये मैंने यहाँ पे लिखा है horizontal line. ठीक है? फिर column 1, just try to observe it on this particular side. ये particular table को हम देख रहे हैं. ठीक है? तो column 1, ठीक है, मैं इसको कंपाइल करता हूं क्योंकि मैंने इसमें कुछ चेंज किया है. ठीक है, तो देखो यहाँ पे कॉलम 1 है, कॉलम 2 है, कॉलम 3 है और कॉलम 4 है. तो फर्स्ट रो जो है उसमें मैं क्या लिखूंगा? कॉलम 1 एम्परसन. एम्परसन विल गिव यू अ फीचर ऑफ ट्रांजिट बिटवीन द कॉलम. ठीक है, जैसे कि यहाँ पे मैंने ये हॉरिजॉन्टल लाइन ड्रॉ किया. उसके बाद क्या है? आई नीड टू राइट डाउन कॉलम 1. ठीक है, फिर यहां से मुझे यहां पे जाना है सेकंड कॉलम में, वेयर आई नीड टू राइट डाउन कॉलम 2. ठीक है, सो हाउ यू कैन डू इट इन अ लेटेक्स? सो अल्टीमेटली you need to write down column 1 and there is an ampersand. Ampersand, that means you are switching from first column to second column. So that is column 2. Then again there is an ampersand which suggests that you are going for a third column, and then you are going for a fourth column. Now important thing that you need to consider over here कि आपने टेबुलर में 4 कॉलम लिखा है. ठीक है, तो यहां पे कंटेंट भी 4 कॉलम का ही आएगा. 4 कॉलम है तो ट्रांजिशन आपका 3 बार होगा, तो 3 एम्परसन हो गए. कॉलम 1 टू कॉलम 2, in between there is an ampersand when I am switching from column 1 to column 2. Again from column 2 to column 2, 3, I am switching, then there is an ampersand, and column 3 to column 4 when I am switching, then there is an ampersand. ठीक है, if you put it over here more than 4 column content, then you will get an error. ठीक है, because firstly in a tabular, in a curly bracket, you already defined that there is 4 column. So according to that only you need to do it. Okay, after that there is 2 time backslash. देखो आप कॉलम 4 के बाद 2 टाइम बैकस्लैश. तो मुझे क्या करना है? मींस मुझे अभी ये सारा कॉलम 3, कॉलम 4 वो लिखने के बाद यहां से मुझे नेक्स्ट रो में जाना है. नेक्स्ट रो में जाना है. ठीक है, तो पहले तो नेक्स्ट रो में जाके मुझे ये लाइन ड्रॉ करनी. ठीक है, तो बाय हैविंग अ 2 टाइम बैकस्लैश, what you are trying to do is you are trying to jump in a next line. In a next line you are writing H line, H line. इसीलिए देखो यहाँ पे 2 लाइन है. डॉक्यूमेंट में देखो राइट हैंड साइड पे 2 लाइन है. ठीक है, आप इसको एक लाइन कर दोगे तो एक लाइन आएगी. सो आई एम जस्ट now there is a single line. Okay, and what is the content? 1, then in a second column 6. Again going from a first column to second column, I need to do a ampersand. Then again from second column to third column, I need to go for an ampersand. And again for a third column to fourth column, I need to go with the ampersand. तो मैंने यहाँ पे सेकंड रो में लिख दिया. सेकंड रो में लिखने के बाद मुझे थर्ड रो में जाना है. थर्ड रो में जाने के लिए आई नीड टू यूज 2 टाइम बैकस्लैश एंड देन द हॉरिजॉन्टल। ठीक है, फिर हॉरिजॉन्टल लाइन के बाद 2 7 78 5415, सो ऑल दिस यू नीड टू राइट इट। यस, ठीक है। अगर आपने देखा होगा तो 51 लाइन पे बिगिन सेंटर और एंड सेंटर, बिगिन सेंटर और एंड सेंटर कीवर्ड से क्या होगा कि इसके अंदर का जो भी कंटेंट होगा वो आपका सेंटर में प्रिंट हो। ठीक है, बिकॉज वी वांट टू पुट द टेबल एट द सेंटर ऑफ द पेज, सो दैट्स व्हाई वी हैव रिटन इट बिगिन सेंटर एंड सेंटर। ठीक है, and then we have written a begin tabular and tabular। ठीक है, now the question is कि टेबल ऐसा ड्रॉ करना है, दैट वी अंडरस्टूड, बट टेबल में कैप्शन होता है। ठीक है, जैसे कि मैं आपको दिखाता हूं, जैसे कि ये टेबल देखो, हियर आई हैव रिटन स्टूडेंट्स ऑफ एमएनआईटी, टेबल 1 दैट इज स्टूडेंट्स ऑफ एमएनआईटी। यहां पे अगर आप देखोगे टेबल 1 है और स्टूडेंट्स ऑफ एमएनआईटी, दैट इज द कैप्शन व्हिच इज बीइंग रिटन बाय मी। Okay, usually whenever you are using a table, then there has to be a caption. So how you can do it? Let's try to understand it. ठीक है, so for that, see begin tabular है अंदर, begin और end tabular है यहाँ, लेकिन उसके ऊपर I need to write down a caption। ठीक है, in order to use this facility, what you need to do it? You need to start your statement with the begin tabular, or sorry, begin table, जहां पे बिगिन आएगा वहां पे एंड भी आएगा। ठीक है, तो मेरा टेबल स्टार्ट हो रहा है 86 लाइन पे और खत्म हो रहा है 105 लाइन, तो बिगिन टेबल एंड टेबल। फिर यहां पे अगर आप देखोगे तो स्क्वायर ब्रैकेट है, आई हैव ऑलरेडी मेंशन कि स्क्वायर ब्रैकेट इज ऑप्शनल, अगर मैं यहां पे नहीं रखूंगा देन आल्सो इट्स ओके। ओके, बट आई हैव पुट इट इन अ स्क्वायर ब्रैकेट एच, तो इट मींस हियर आई कैन राइट इट डाउन टी आल्सो। देखो ये यहाँ पे अभी मैं इसको कंपाइल करूंगा तो क्या होगा, आप जरा ऑब्जर्व करो, ये कहाँ गया, टॉप पे चला गया। टी मीन्स टॉप, मैं इसको बी भी लिख सकता हूं, वो नीचे चला जाएगा, देखो नीचे चला जाएगा। ठीक है, तो यहां पे यू कैन पुट एनी सिंटेक्स, एच टी, हियर टी, बी, व्हाटएवर। ठीक है, आप तीनों में से कोई भी एक रख सकते हो। ठीक है, मैं यहाँ पे इसको लेट्स से दैट एच रखता हूँ। ठीक है, सो इन दिस स्क्वायर ब्रैकेट यू कैन राइट डाउन व्हाटएवर इज योर रिक्वायरमेंट वेयर यू नीड टू प्लेस द टेबल। ठीक है, मैंने यहाँ पे हियर लिखा है, देन आई नीड टू प्रोवाइड अ कैप्शन। So in order to provide the caption of a table, I need to write down backslash caption. Then inside the curly bracket, I need to write down students of MNIT. Students of MNIT, that is the thing. And again, MNIT is the acronym, so I have written backslash AC MNIT. Okay? So students of MNIT, then backslash centering, that means used for centering of the table. ठीक है, बैकस्लैश सेंटरिंग से आप टेबल को सेंटर कर पाओगे। ठीक है, देन बिगिन टेबुलर, बिगिन टेबुलर एंड टेबुलर में क्या आएगा, मेरे टेबल का कंटेंट आएगा। वॉट एवर यू राइट डाउन बिगिन टेबुलर एंड एंड टेबुलर इन बिटवीन, दैट इज एक्चुअली द कंटेंट ऑफ योर टेबल। तो इस टेबल के कंटेंट क्या है, देखो पहले तो टेबल में कितनी कॉलम है, 4 कॉलम है, तो दैट मीन्स LCCR। तो देखो ये एल के पहले मैंने पाइप, क्योंकि ये एक कॉलम में वर्टिकल लाइन, ठीक है, मुझे पूरे कॉलम में वर्टिकल लाइन चाहिए, ये वर्टिकल लाइन, देन एल, एल मींस लेफ्ट लाइन, फिर वर्टिकल लाइन, फिर सी, सी मींस सेंटर, फिर अगेन वर्टिकल लाइन, देन सी, देन अगेन वर्टिकल लाइन, देन आर। तो अगर आप देखोगे तो हाउ मेनी कॉलम यू हैव, LCCR, so that is 4. First one is the left align, second one is the center align, third one is the center align, and fourth one is the right align. So LCCR. So this 4 column is there. Now 4 column content I need to write it down. So again, there is a horizontal line, then branch, then there is an ampersand to transit from the first column to the second column. ECE, then mechanical, then civil, and a horizontal line, and then I am writing all the content over here. Yes? Is it clear? Yes? Is it clear how you can prepare a table over here? Okay. Now, in a table, certainly there is a way that you can merge the content. ठीक है? आपको टेबल में कंटेंट को मर्ज करना है, कॉलम को मर्ज करना है, but possibly that will be discussed later on in subsequent classes. Okay, but one specific features of the table that I want to cover in this lecture is long table. ठीक है, लॉन्ग टेबल का मीनिंग क्या है कि आपका कोई टेबल है जो मल्टीपल पेज में जा रहा है. ठीक है, latex what you will do, if you prepare a one particular table then it will try to squeeze that table in one page only. ठीक है, फिर वो फॉन्ट छोटे कर देता है. ठीक है, बट व्हाट यू वांट दैट योर टेबल you want to extend it into the multiple pages. ठीक है, इसके लिए मैंने एक अलग से ही फाइल बनाई है. Let's try to go to that particular file. Long table. Okay. So what we want to do in a long table, ये देखो आप पीडीएफ में मैं बता रहा हूँ. देखो पीडीएफ में ये टेबल है, लॉन्ग टेबल. ठीक है, इसमें मैंने कुछ रैंडमली सेंटेंस लिखे हैं, लेकिन ये टेबल देखो आपके 2 पेज में जा रहा है. ये टेबल 2 पेज में जा रहा है. ठीक है, ये पहले पेज से चालू हुआ है कंटेंट और सेकंड पेज में जा रहा है. ठीक है, सो फॉर दैट हाउ आई कैन डू इट, सी इफ you are using a normal table feature in a latex, then latex will try to squeeze this content in a one page. तो उससे क्या होगा, वो font को कम कर देगा, and in that case table content may not be visible to you. So better is if the table content is larger where you want to extend it into the multiple pages, then the feature which is available in a latex that you need to use it is a long table. ठीक है, तो लॉन्ग टेबल में हम क्या चाहते हैं, देखो आपका टेबल है, टेबल का कैप्शन होगा. फॉर एवरी टेबल देयर हैज टू बी कैप्शन, देन देयर इज अ फर्स्ट कॉलम, सेकंड कॉलम, थर्ड कॉलम व्हिच इज बीइंग रिटन. ठीक है, तो फर्स्ट कॉलम है, सेकंड कॉलम में, फिर मेरे फर्स्ट पेज में एट द लास्ट व्हाट इज बीइंग रिटन, कंटिन्यू ऑन द नेक्स्ट पेज. टेबल इज कंटिन्यू इन द नेक्स्ट पेज आल्सो. फिर आई विल गो टू अ सेकंड पेज, तो सेकंड पेज में भी फर्स्ट आएगा टेबल 1 कंटिन्यू फ्रॉम द प्रीवियस पेज, एंड देन देयर हैज टू बी टाइटल कॉलम 1, कॉलम 2, कॉलम 3 जो यहाँ पे था. ठीक है, वही कॉलम 1, कॉलम 2, कॉलम 3 यहाँ पे टाइटल आएगा. ठीक है, सो दिस वन आई वांट टू इंक्लूड इन माय लेटेक्स डॉक्यूमेंट. ठीक है, दिस फीचर. सो हाउ आई कैन डू इट, so the feature is a long table, and how you can do it in a latex that I am trying to explain it in a one separate file. ठीक है, तो मैंने डॉक्यूमेंट क्लास बनाया आर्टिकल, एंड यूज पैकेज लॉन्ग टेबल, then title long table, begin document, begin center, that is just to centerize the table, then begin long table. Now whenever you know that the table that you are going to prepare that would be extended into a multiple pages, then I will start begin with the long table in a curly bracket, not only table. In a previous example, while I am writing a simple table, I am writing only table, but यहाँ पे the sentence in a curly bracket is long table. ठीक है, so long table, then again L left align 3 column, and I am writing caption long table example. Then there is a label. Okay, label, that means this label you can use it inside your text. Okay, so whenever I am referring to this table, automatically through this label it can be found. Okay, Now important thing is again I am writing H line. So पहले आपका horizontal line आएगा, फिर you need to write down, just observe your text document और word document. ठीक है, आप राइट हैंड साइड पे देखो क्या है, फर्स्ट कॉलम, देन सेकंड कॉलम एंड देन थर्ड कॉलम. तो आपको क्या लिखना है, हॉरिजॉन्टल लाइन. पहले तो देखो ये हॉरिजॉन्टल लाइन है, उसके बाद फर्स्ट कॉलम, सेकंड कॉलम, थर्ड कॉलम लिखा है. तो बैकस्लैश एच लाइन. हियर whenever you are using a long table, then the column will be defined as a multi column. This is for the merging feature of the column. Okay, so merging feature of the column, when you want to use it, then the syntax is multi column. So long table में ये एक practice है, okay, that you are using a merging column feature only. So backslash multi column, and there is a three argument. You want to merge them in a single column. Then the content, it should be a center dot, that is where it is written in a second curly bracket C. And what is the text? First column, and it is should be bold. So backslash text BF. BF stands for bold font. Okay, so backslash text BF bold font and first column. So this is all about my first column. Okay, then ampersand. What is the use of ampersand? Ampersand is just switching or transit from the first column to a second column. तो second column में क्या लिखना है? Again bold form में second column लिखना है. तो backslash multi column 1C text BF second column and then again third column. ठीक है? And it should be end with, the important syntax is end first head. ठीक है? What is the meaning of this particular statement? You are ending your first headline or first heading of your table. See over here, what you want that table जब चालू करोगे तब उसका एक फर्स्ट हेडिंग होता. ठीक है, टेबल जब स्टार्ट करोगे तो उस टेबल की फर्स्ट रो में आपका फर्स्ट हेडिंग होगा. तो ये जो आपने यहाँ पे लिखा है बैकस्लैश एंड फर्स्ट हेड, what it is showing that means that you are basically using them as a first heading. So that means कि जब टेबल स्टार्ट होगा तब उसका हेडिंग जो फर्स्ट रो में होगा वो ये होगा. So whatever you have written before and first head, so that will be the part of your first heading of your table. ठीक है, then there is a second head 21 लाइन पे. ठीक है, तो उससे पहले 18, 19 या 20 लाइन में कुछ लिखा है. ठीक है, तो वो क्या है, वो जो आपका है वो आप जो सेकंड पेज के ऑनवर्ड्स प्रिंट करवाना चाहते हैं. ठीक है, आपका टेबल लेट्स कंसीडर इट इज एक्सपेंडिंग टुवर्ड 10 पेजेस. सो फर्स्ट पेजेस में आपका फर्स्ट हेडिंग होगा और सेकंड, थर्ड, 4, 5, 6, 7. सो दैट मींस सेकंड पेज ऑनवर्ड्स अप टू 10 पेजेस. From the second page onward, there is a different heading that you want to print it. Okay, उसमें क्या होगा, उसमें ये हेडिंग है, देखो यहाँ पे कंटिन्यू फ्रॉम द प्रीवियस पेज. तो ये मैंने यहाँ पे लिखा है मल्टी कॉलम 3C, क्योंकि मुझे अभी कॉलम को मर्ज करना है. ठीक है, पीएफ टेबल नेम टेबल कंटिन्यू फ्रॉम द प्रीवियस पेज. ठीक है, तो आपका सेकंड पेज ऑनवर्ड्स ये आएगा. हियर it is only extended up to second page, but if this table is extended up to 10 page, then this would be printed on a second page, third page, 4 page, 5th page, 6th page, 7, 8, 9, 10, all pages. This would be printed what is being written before backslash and head. ठीक है, और backslash and first head के पहले जो लिखा है वो आपका टेबल के फर्स्ट टाइम पे आएगा. ठीक है, लेकिन सेकंड पेज ऑनवर्ड्स दिस विल बी प्रिंटेड. ठीक है, देन अगेन देयर इज अ फुटनोट ऑन ऑल सब्सिक्वेंट पेज एंड देयर इज अ फुटनोट एट द एंड पेज. देखो यहाँ पे फर्स्ट में क्या करना है, मुझे कंटिन्यू ऑन द नेक्स्ट पेज, लेकिन जब सेकंड आ जाएगा तब मुझे कंटिन्यू नहीं करना क्योंकि सेकंड पे मेरा खत्म हो रहा है, तो उस टाइम पे उसका फुट नोट अलग होगा और इससे पहले के सब्सिक्वेंट पेज में फुट नोट अलग होगा. तो हियर व्हाट इज द डिफरेंस इज हियर बैकस्लैश एच लाइन, मैंने यहाँ पे हॉरिजॉन्टल लाइन ड्रॉ किया है, ये फर्स्ट पेज की बात कर रहा हूँ, मल्टी कॉलम, ठीक है, दैट मींस आई एम मर्जिंग द कॉलम. हाउ मेनी कॉलम आई वांट टू मर्ज? 3 कॉलम. देन राइट एनएच, देन कंटेंट इज कंटिन्यू इन द नेक्स्ट पेज. देखो ये तीनों कॉलम को मर्ज करना है, फिर मुझे राइट एलाइन, ये देखो आपने राइट एलाइन किया, ठीक है, इसको सेंटर कर देते थोड़ा और अच्छा लगेगा, ठीक है, तो सेंटर्ड कर दिया. सो कंटिन्यू ऑन द नेक्स्ट पेज, ठीक है, 3 कॉलम को मर्ज किया, उसको सेंटर में किया, एंड व्हाट इज द टेक्स्ट दैट यू वांट टू प्रिंटेड? कंटिन्यू ऑन द नेक्स्ट पेज. And H line again, this at the bottom, that is a horizontal line, and end foot. So whatever you have written before end foot, that would be printed on all the pages except last page. ठीक है, लेकिन लास्ट पेज पे मुझे क्या चाहिए? देखो लास्ट पेज पे मुझे टेबल एंड करना है, तो आपने देखो क्या क्या है एट द लास्ट, ओनली 2 हॉरिजॉन्टल लाइन, सो दैट्स व्हाट आई हैव डन. एंड लास्ट फुट और उसके पहले 2 हॉरिजॉन्टल लाइन, so that is only being written over here. So I am just compiling it over here. You will observe that that is the output that is being printed over here. So this is a feature of the long table that you can use it in your latex. Okay. We lost the network. Hello, am I audible? यहाँ पे सर means yes, am I audible? Okay, if yes, then what we have discussed it? We have discussed in today's lecture 3 things. Okay, first is use of the acronym. Okay, how to prepare the list of the acronym and how to print only use acronym inside your list, that is being discussed. Then we have prepared, wherein we have discussed how you can prepare a simple table content. And the third thing that we have discussed, how you can prepare a long table inside your document. ठीक है? So these 3 things we have discussed it. Okay. And I think the remaining thing you will be seeing in your subsequent lecture. Okay. Even though if it is not covered, then I will cover because I have one more lecture in next week. Okay, where I will discuss about the publishing your article in the high quality journal. Okay, so at that time, if you have any doubt regarding this, then we can discuss it. Okay, so currently, whatever I want to cover in for today's lecture, that is being completed. So if you have any question right now, then I am happy to answer them. You can write down your question in your chat box if you have any. Yes, any question? ये लोग बैठे हैं, कितने पार्टिसिपेंट्स हैं? 39 है. Okay. Yes, any question? No question. Are you there? Yes, participants, are you there? Write down yes in a chat box if you are there. Okay. Okay, Dheeraj, Ankur, thank you. Okay, any doubt? Any doubt what is being covered? Okay, thank you, Ankur, thank you, Dheeraj, thank you, Saifullah, for responding. No doubt. Thank you. So with this, we are stopping it over here. Sir, can you share your this text file? Yes, I will share it. That is no problem. Okay. So this is not proprietary for me. So that will I will share this text file. If you have a canvas or something like that, then I will share this whole document. Okay. I will share with the Ravi sir. Okay. Then he will share with you on canvas. Okay. So no issue. I will share this document with you. Okay. I am doing it in overlap itself. No issue. You can do it in overlap. In fact, you can do it in your other text editor also. That also possibly I would like to cover, but still, means I think uh, time is over, so I'm not discussing it. But if you want that, possibly in the next class, we will definitely discuss it. Okay, no issue. So overlap is good enough. If you are using a overlap, then please use the overlap only. So that will give you more confidence, and it is much easier. Okay. Okay, then see you all of you. See you again. Thank you all of you. See you. Bye. Good night.